This is Ozarks Fox News at 9.
Welcome to Ozarks Fox News at 9. I'm Jennifer Abreu. Let's get right to your top headlines. These stories are real new now. People across the Ozarks are cleaning up tonight after storms rolled through early this Monday morning. Those storms toppled trees and power lines in many areas and even blew roofs off in some cases. So far, 3 tornadoes have been confirmed by the National Weather Service. Beth will join us coming up later in the show to break those down. A hazmat situation today after a chemical leak at the Lady Baltimore factory. That's on West Junction at Chestnut and I-44. The Springfield Fire Department hazmat team cleaned up the scene. The roof was blown off the building by those early morning storms. That caused damage to the ammonia system, causing the leak. Everyone had to evacuate the building and the nearby area. Strong storms also hit Rogers, Arkansas. That round of severe weather was deadly. The National Weather Service reports 1 person died when a large tree fell on a home. You're seeing drone video from Rogers showing trees knocked down all over this neighborhood. Well, we have some breaking news just into the newsroom to tell you about right now. A child's death is being investigated tonight by the Greene County Sheriff's Office. Deputies responded to the 3200 block of West Primrose this morning when the child was found unresponsive. The child was transported to the hospital but did not survive. The sheriff said they have no reason to believe the death is suspicious at this point, but they are waiting for results from the medical examiner. On New at 9 tonight, we are still following some storm damage after last night's storm that caused thousands of people in Springfield to be without power and many others with damage to their homes and businesses. Our Madison Heaver was out in eastern Douglas County, where one of the fire stations there sustained some damage as well.
While Eastern Douglas County Fire was out helping people in the storms last night, they came back to station number 3 like this, with the tree that had fallen on it making it a total loss.
And we came back to find out that our own station had been damaged.
Douglas County Fire Chief Chris Hammett says the tree that took down the back part of station number 3 results in a complete loss.
Sometime during the night, during the storms, this tree came down and took out the back half of the firehouse here. As you can see, this is what's left. We were dispatched at 2 a.m. for weather spotting, and once the storm went through, we about from 2:30 till about 7 o'clock this morning, we were cutting trees out of roads, and we had several houses in the area that took damage, and we helped those residents and cut trees and had down power lines and all over.
He says there aren't any reports of injuries as a result of the storm.
I'm just grateful that nobody was hurt. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, we're going to have to rebuild. We have to have a firehouse in this area to protect the residents. Right now we have the fire truck stored in a local resident's barn for the time being.
Chief Hammett said it will take about $30,000 to rebuild this station. In Douglas County, Madison Heaver, Ozarks First.
Now, the National Weather Service has not confirmed if the damage done to that Eastern Douglas County fire station was caused by a tornado. There was also damage in Sparta, where a neighborhood suffered some tree and building damage. The tree was quite extensive next to some homes and people's backyards. And as you can see, the neighborhood was hit pretty hard last night with a lot of trees on the ground and some blocking the road this morning. Residents said their houses also suffered minor damage to the roof and walls.
Ran downstairs, grabbed the birds, the dogs, ran downstairs. We didn't have a whole lot of time to run to safety, but we all made it, thankfully. Heard a lot of wind. It was scary listening to the wind because I felt like maybe the roof was going to come off.
There was also reports of trampolines in backyards and lawn chairs gone missing. Now we want to bring Beth Finello back in to talk about those storms. Beth, we just heard a lot of damage in Douglas County, not confirmed a tornado yet, and then some damage in Sparta. What can you tell us about those storms in that area?
So there were 3 confirmed tornadoes through the day today that the National Weather Service put out. There's one south of Rogersville, one near Highlandville, and then one south and east of Republic. So here's what we know so far. 3 confirmed tornadoes. The new newest one came in for Republic. The National Weather Service will continue to do survey damage through the day tomorrow. Here's the one south and east of Republic in EF0 on the ground for almost 5 miles with 85-mile-per-hour winds. This one just south of Rogersville, that was on the ground for 6.5 miles with 100-mile-per-hour winds, on the ground for 10 minutes. And this is the tornado that went just north of Sparta. This was on the ground for 12 miles, started north of Highlandville and traveled 12 miles to the north and east north of Sparta, and that was on the ground for about 13 minutes. In just a few minutes, we'll talk a little bit more about some storm reports.
All right, thanks, Beth. Well, in addition to all of the storm cleanup, city utilities crews have been working all day to restore power to areas all over Springfield. At one point this morning, more than 9,000 customers were without power. Since then, only about 1,400 outages remain. Additional crews have been called in to help fix those remaining outages. As you can see from the map, several areas near Springfield are still dealing with large outages. We'll continue to keep you updated. While making local news, we want to show you more damage back here in Springfield. This is the bowling alley on South Glenstone Avenue near Walnut Street. It's the former lighthouse lanes. You can see part of the roof was just peeled off by the strong winds last night. The portion of the roof ended up crumpled next to the building. While the strongest storms hit in Springfield and to the east, at least one farm in Howell County sustained significant damage. These photos are from a farm just east of Willow Springs. A viewer sent them in, and you can see the winds toppled trees and shredded this building. This farm is 20 acres, and we're told the storm started ripping through the back of the property and swooped down a hill, making its way across the farm. It looks like there was damage in several areas of the farm, crushing cars and leaving branches and debris scattered. Looking around the Ozarks now, Springfield wasn't the only area that sustained damage from the severe storms overnight. Wild Bill's Travel Center right on the Missouri and Arkansas state line was damaged after the roof was blown off a portion of the building. That roof damaged 2 semi-trucks that were in the parking lot and then flew across the highway. This is the second time this year the roof had been blown off. It previously happened back in March. Employees say the damage has not affected business today. Well, in the midst of all that damage, we are seeing neighbors come together and help each other. It's happening after storms hit Rogersville. Strong winds did damage there, especially along Highway U. No one was hurt, but there are reports of trees down and several buildings damaged. One homeowner woke up to a tree uprooted and toppled onto his roof, damaging the house as well as his garage. A nearby church and a cemetery also saw some damage as those winds barreled through. Rogersville fire crews worked all morning to clear debris from the road. The fire chief told us the damage could have been much worse.
There are several houses that's got most of the shingles gone, or and some holes in the roof, and a lot of super big trees down. I mean, trees big enough it'd take 2 people to get their arms around. So we spent most of the night just trying to get the roads open enough to get the emergency vehicles in and out.
Neighbors in Rogersville are joining together to help one another, even offering food and assistance picking up debris. Elsewhere around the Ozarks, more communities coming together after the storm early this morning. As you can see here, nearly 100 horses and buggies lined up in an Amish community to help clean up what the storms left behind. Several structures were damaged by high winds in the area, including one barn roof that was torn completely off. Residents from the community say they're used to bad weather, but were shocked by the amount of damage. Although they are thankful no one was hurt. Community members stayed out until sundown, lending helping hands. Members of the Amish community where this happened did not want to go on camera. It's not something that fits their beliefs. Well, as everyone begins to clean up all the damage from those severe storms, Springfield is setting up some drop-off centers for any tree limbs or other yard waste you collect. Here's a look at where you can find those. Those centers will open tomorrow and stay open through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can drop off up to 10 bags for free. However, donations and honor system fees are encouraged. Let's check in with Beth once again. A much quieter night for us, right, Beth?
Yeah, it's much quieter. We have mostly starry skies tonight. We're not looking at any rain chances through the overnight hours through tomorrow or even through Wednesday, but we do have rain chances in the 7-day. We'll do that plus some more storm reports right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching Ozarks Fox News at 9 with John Adams, Jennifer Abreu, and weather with meteorologist Beth Finello.